Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday. Welcome to Friday Favorites and Flops. Look a little different today. I've looked a little different for most of this week, quite frankly. I have not been wearing a ton of makeup this week. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that we are currently in the process of redoing our entire front and backyard at our house, and we've saved a really long time for this project, and it's a huge undertaking. We have people that are helping, but we are also, Craig and I both are out in the backyard most days, just kind of helping and placing plants and, trying to follow like the very strict guidelines that were given to us. We actually had the landscape architect out on, I think it was Thursday, and she was able to kind of help me like move things around that I didn't put in the right spot, and we kind of reevaluated and ordered some more things and changed a couple plans. So anyway, it's been kind of a fun collaborative process with her. She actually knows what she's doing when it comes to placing plants and how they need to be watered and all this stuff that I know zero about. So while we don't have a ton of like flowers going in per se, like I'm not going to become like a gardener or anything, but I will have to learn some things in terms of like how to like trim back certain shrubs. And anyway, I have some reading that I'm going to have to do after this is all said and done so that I don't kill our brand new backyard and front yard. So anyway, if you're following me on Instagram, I'm sharing some snippets there, and when the project is all done, I will do a video of at least the backyard to put on my YouTube channel here. So if you're curious about home improvement, I'll have a video for that, hopefully maybe beginning of September. It's gonna be at least another month before this is done. But I have some things to share with you guys this week. There's not a ton. Like I said, haven't been doing a whole lot of makeup. Hair has mostly been up in the old, what I like to call man bun. But there are things to share, so I'm going to plow right through. I'm going to put links in the description box down below. And let's hop to it. First, my perfume of the week, because even though I'm working outside and I'm sweating my buns off, I still like to smell like $1,000,000. And this week I was wearing the Elizabeth and James Nirvana White. I love this one because it's a really light floral. It's beautiful. If you've never sniffed this out, I would highly recommend it. I think you can only get the Elizabeth and James at Kohl's now, but there might be some other retailers that are still selling it. I know that they are no longer being sold at Sephora. I think they might still be at Ulta. Don't quote me on that. Sometimes I don't remember things properly, but I do know this is an amazing scent, and I always get a lot of compliments on it. So if you like really light white florals, like very soft, feminine, pretty scents, you need to check this one out. It also mixes really nicely with the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. If you have the two, mix them. So good. All right, hair. Okay, so I finished my Kenra mousse, which I liked. I definitely liked it. I didn't love it, but I love this. So I was able to bust out the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Multiplying Volume Styling Mousse. I can't remember if I have tried this before. I feel like maybe I have. I probably have. I've used a lot of styling products from Alterna, and I love the line. You guys already know that, but this is body and medium hold for fine hair, which is why I immediately was like, that's me. It's great, you guys. Obviously, I cannot show you the body in my hair right now, but quite frankly, it really does give my hair like a good amount of lift and just fullness without being crunchy, or you know how some mousses can be really drying feeling. This mousse is not. It's actually, it feels hydrating to my hair. So love this. And this, my other favorite for the week, might also be why my hair feels really nice and soft. I'm a big proponent of using a really good leave-in to protect your hair. You guys know I have like 10 that I cycle through, and I love every single one of them. This one is no exception. This is the Color Wow Dream Cocktail Kale Infused leave-in. This is specifically for breakage. I don't deal with a ton of breakage, but I find that products that are geared towards breakage kind of do well with my gray hair, which is a little bit more fragile than my old blonde hair, ironically, which I used to, you guys know, if you've been with me for a while, I colored my hair like every 5 to 6 weeks. So it's kind of crazy to me that my hair is more fragile in its natural gray state than it was in its bleached blonde state, but whatever. Anyway, this is fantastic. It smells really good if you're a sucker for the smells like I am. Kind of has like a fresh floral scent to it. Not too strong or invasive by any stretch of the imagination, but anyway, Color Wow is a great line just in general. All of the things that I've tried from these guys have been amazing, and this leave-in is no exception. I use maybe like 3 or 4 pumps. I focus mostly on the mid to the ends, and then I do also work it into like, you know, the baby hairs up front, and it's just, it does a great job of protecting my hair while I'm blow drying it. Good stuff. Okay, so in terms of skincare, you guys, I'm loving this. This is the Dermatology Advanced Retexturizer. If you are looking for an AHA treatment, you can see this is in like it's almost like a lotion type texture. It's weird. You don't need a lot. It's very concentrated. And this is one of the few AHAs that when I put it on my skin, I notice that like immediate, like there's like a slight tingling, not burning, like it's not painful, but I do notice right away that this has some active ingredients in it because I can feel it going to work right away. And the next morning when I wake up, because I like to use this at night, my skin is so smooth. It just takes away any texture that I have on my face in terms of like the dry flakies or anything like that. If you use tretinoin and you deal with some flaking the day or two after you use it, if you're not using it on a daily basis, I really find that this does a great job of just freshening the skin up again and just makes it look amazing. And it gives me like the nicest glow. So I think this is actually pretty affordable too. I can't remember what I paid for this, but I do have the discount code with Dermatology if you guys are interested in it. I'll put the information down below. But if you've never tried this, this is really good. This reminds me of the Studio 35. Do you guys remember when Walgreens carried that? I did a review of it years ago and it worked really great. Same idea where it was just this big tub of like, I think it was a glycolic AHA mix maybe. I can't remember what the Studio 35 one was. But anyway, this is fantastic and works like a charm. Also, I've been testing the Cora Organics Noni Bright Vitamin C Serum. So I've actually been using a couple of vitamin C serums. I normally don't do that at the same time if I'm like testing the product, but I'm just enjoying both of the vitamin C's that I'm using so much. So I'm kind of going in between the two. But I do find that when I use this one several days in a row, it's, again, really great results. I like to use this in the morning before putting on my SPF. The noni oil that's in here is very hydrating, and I do think that the vitamin C in here does help to really brighten my skin. This has a little bit of a scent to it, which I think some people are going to find offensive. It is that like typical like orangey type scent. And I think it's because it's a vitamin C product and, you know, I don't know. I know a lot of you are not into fragrance and skincare. If you don't want fragrance, I wouldn't give this a go, but I do really like this. And I find that when I use this, I get a much brighter look to my skin, which is what vitamin C predominantly does for me. So I don't deal with a ton of discoloration. Every once in a while I'll get a breakout, and then I specifically do try to use my vitamin C a lot more consistently to fade the marks after. But for me in general, vitamin C is just like a way to brighten the look of my face and my skin overall. I received this in PR from Beautylish earlier this week, and I have only used it a few times, so this isn't like a review or anything, but apparently Good Molecules came out with a new discoloration correcting serum. This has tranexamate tranexamate, I think that's how you say it, to target hyperpigmentation and promote a more even skin tone. But what I really wanted to kind of point out to you guys is the packaging. I don't have much to say about this other than it's working fine with my oily skin, and I'll use that more and report back. But I really appreciated this new box with actual information on the percentage of like the active ingredients in here. So for example, there is butylene glycol in here, and it's 5%. There's glycerin in here, 5%, niacinamide, 4%, and it just goes through and it literally gives you the percent of each of the ingredients in here. And then it also has like release notes version 1.1, so that if you have an issue, you can actually report back to the company with what formulation, like what exact product you're having a problem with, so that they can maybe reformulate it. I think that's the idea behind putting out all of this information here. But I just really appreciated how they like broke it down on the side of the box. You guys can see here. This is really neat. I don't think that I've ever seen another skincare company do this. So anyway, for me, Good Molecules has been a better fit in terms of affordable skincare than The Ordinary was. I found a lot of their formulations made me break out in whiteheads, but the Good Molecules, I have not had that issue with, at least the products that I've used so far. So anyway, if budget is a concern, definitely check out Good Molecules. And then I have a new SPF that I've been touching up with while I'm working outside in the hot heat. This is brand new from Color Science, and I got this through the Octoly website. So they just recently released this particular product, and I'm excited about it because I've used their other thing in the past, this one, the Brush On SPF. So this is their broad spectrum SPF 50. I have it in the color medium, but now they have the Sheer Matte 30 sunscreen brush on, and I have it in their, I believe this is the translucent. Yeah, you can see here. This works even better for my skin than the medium. The medium's pretty good, but honestly, I prefer this translucent option, and this is fantastic for touching up while I'm outside working. Excuse me. I just literally like put it on the high points of my face. I brush it on, like you kind of have to prime it a little bit by tapping it on the back of your hand, but then you can see the product starts to come through the middle, and you just brush it on, and it's so easy to touch up your makeup with this. Now, one thing that I do prior to touching up with this is I will take just a paper towel or some kind of napkin or something and soak up the excess oil on my face, and then I just brush it on with this. I love it. This is what I'm going to purchase or repurchase in the future rather than the medium, because this just works a little bit better. Over time, after reapplying this a couple times, this does start to like oxidize on my face, and it makes my face look a lot darker. But the translucent or light version that I have here is perfect for me. So, and these are so easy to pop into your purse. So you just pull this little protector up, and then it's perfect for touching up on the go. So this will actually be in my video next week. I'm doing another like rundown of some recent SPFs that I've tried. There was a flop in there, but there's also a couple of new things that I've tried over the last like month or two since my last sunscreen video, and this will definitely be in there. It's really good. Just in terms of a couple makeup items, I did use the Touch in Sol No Problem priming essence all week before putting on my SPF. This really like has kept my SPF and my powder foundation, because I have still been putting on some powder foundation while working outside. But this has kept everything in place. So this has kind of been my minimal makeup look for the week. I know, working out in the yard, I shouldn't be putting any makeup on my face, but I don't know, I like a little something. I didn't do my eyes at all this week, but I did do just a little bit of blush, and then my powder foundation makes me feel a little bit more put together. But this definitely in the heat, like, because it's been in the 90s here. This with the heat, yeah, fantastic. And then the blush that I've been sporting all week has just been the Milani Baked Blush. This is a good one. I mean, if this can last, like this is what I have on my cheeks today. If this can last through working outside in 90-degree heat, like this is a good blush. So as far as drugstore blushes, these Milani ones, you don't have to get the Luminosa, which is my favorite shade. They have several other shades, but I think this is just a good one to have for summertime. It's a nice peach. And it's buildable, so if you have a darker skin tone, you can build this up a little bit. And I have still been doing a gloss, but only this gloss because it has an SPF of 35 in it. It's, again, from Color Science. It's the SPF 35 broad spectrum sunscreen in the shade Rose. I think it's actually Rosé. But yeah, so this is what I have on my lips right now. It's a great way to get a little bit of color, a nice moisturizing gloss, and you have the SPF of 35, which is a must right now. So that's what I have for you guys today in terms of beauty stuff. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Sorry this wasn't the most exciting Friday favorites. I think for the next couple of weeks, you know, I'm gonna be in and out, like working on things. So yeah, things are a little busy around here, but it's good. It's keeping me occupied while I'm not working. So I'm thankful for the projects, quite frankly. So have a great weekend, you guys. I do have some home fragrance stuff scheduled for this weekend, including my home fragrance roundup tomorrow. And then on Sunday, if you guys are interested in the Bath & Body Works fall candle haul, stay tuned for that then, because the fall candles are coming and you know me, makes me the happiest. So, all right, have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.